Hi guys. That was weird. That was weird. Can y'all hear me? I need y'all to comment and let me know if you guys can hear me. Um, because my original setup plan got messed up. So I'm in a temporary space. However, um, welcome, welcome you guys to Luxe Avenue, the podcast. It's been a long time coming. Okay. And I know y'all just found out like a week or so ago. But for me, it's been a long time coming. Okay, this has been in the work for about 2.5 years or so. Yeah, about 2.5 years or so. So welcome to the I won't say finished product, but welcome to the Lux Avenue podcast. If you don't know, my name is Aisha. I go by AJ because a lot of people, for all of my life, cannot pronounce Aisha. I don't know why, but nevertheless, I am AJ. I am your sister. I am here to, well, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. Um, so, yes, like I said, I just want to welcome y'all to Lux Avenue, the podcast. And by no means, let me explain what Lux Avenue is, right? Because when I started my boutique, Lux Avenue, the boutique, right? A lot of people thought it was going to be like, how can I say it? Luxury items at a high price, right? That's not what Lux Avenue is about. Lux Avenue as a whole, the boutique and the podcast, is about, or is not about, let me start here, not about any dollar amount, not about materialistic things, not about any of that, right? Lux Avenue is strictly about living the best life that God has given you the capability to do, okay? Because that is the true luxury. Um, and I'm just here to help all of us along the way, you know? Thank you, sister. I look very loved. Thank you. This hat is available on my website as well. Actually, not yet. I'm doing some construction to my website, the boutique website, but it will be available. Um, yes. So, yes, like I said, I'm just here to help us navigate how to be or how to live luxury lives. Luxury in the standpoint of, like I said, living our best life to our God given capability. Okay. So that is what Lux Avenue is. Um, and before we jump into today's episode for real, I just want to thank everybody for whether it was a share, congratulations, a good look. I'm praying for you, whatever you have done. I thank you, okay, because oh, it's like I said, it's been a long time coming. It's been 2.5 years. God gave me this vision 2.5 years ago, and I thank Him for those 2.5 years because He took me through some things to help me have content for y'all. To be honest, and to help me have testimonies to help you guys. You know what I mean? So yes, that's that. If you see me looking over to the side, I'm looking at some notes over here, so don't mind me, okay? Just yeah, bear with me. Um, but Lux Avenue the podcast, we will we plan to air I plan to air every Monday, every single Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via YouTube, my YouTube page, which is Aisha Always TV. Go subscribe if you haven't already. Go like this video, this live, if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so that you can know or be reminded of when we go live. And also, there'll be other videos that you'll need to be aware of as well. So, yeah, just follow those things for YouTube. You can actually find us on Facebook as well under Lux Avenue. You can be either the group or the boutiques page. And just give me some disclaimers before we dive into the episode. Um, yes, this or Lux Avenue caters to women. However, we the information or the testimony or the guidance or um, the what are my words here? The help, encouragement. There we go. Couldn't think. The encouragement is not just for women. Men, you can apply it to your life. Okay. It's all about the principles. It's all about um, just the principles, honestly. So yes, men, you can apply, you know, this content to your life as well. Um, so yes, guys, again, welcome to Luxe Avenue, the podcast. Um, so today's episode, I wanted to touch on kind of a general knowledge or a general thing of what Luxe Avenue, the podcast, will be talking about. This year alone, I don't know about y'all. I don't. However, I know about me. This year alone, the year of 2022, has been a year. Do you hear me? Has been a year. And throughout this year, I've struggled very bad, struggled very bad, but I also overcame. And like I said, excuse me, goodness. And like I said, I feel like God allowed me to go through the time He gave me the vision and allowed me to have that waiting period to actually put it into action and plan because He needed me to go through some things to be able to talk to you guys about it, right? To be able to have a testimony to help others like me overcome, right? So that's what we plan to do. I take mental health and faith very seriously, and we'll basically kind of be talking about how they can, or not can, how they intertwine with each other. Um, because yes, we all need Jesus, right? Yes, we all need God, no doubt about that. But we also need therapy. We also need therapy, and I say that because one, how can I put this without offending the saints? So I say that because God gives us the resources to, God gives us the resources, right, to better ourselves and to, let's just say better ourselves, right? However, we fail to use the resources that He gives because sometimes it takes another person to show us, hey, this is how you can, or like this is how you've been acting, right? Or this is how you've affected this person. It takes another person to show you you. And let me tell you, God, this year, 2022, this year in 2022, God definitely did that for me. He took situations and other people to show me. And what I had to realize is that He does not do that to punish me. He did not take me through trials and tribulations to punish me because I thought He did. I honestly thought, I was like, God, what have I done to make you this mad at me? Why am I going through these things? What is happening? Like, what did I do? Can we go back in time so I cannot do it no more? Like, what is happening? However, I realized through prayer and scripture, through therapy, people, that He did not take me through those things to punish me. He took me through those things to strengthen my faith in Him, particularly. He took me through those things to, like I said earlier, to be able to have a testimony to help His people overcome, to help other people like me overcome. We can't say, oh, I want to be this helper. I want God to use me. I want, God to do this and expect not to go through nothing. How do you think you're going to be used if you don't have the experience to help somebody else come through? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So, with all that being said, like I said, today's episode is just kind of going over the general stuff, welcoming my audience. I don't know a name for y'all yet. I was thinking about Lux Residence because Lux Avenue, living on Lux Avenue, that type of thing. But I already used that for my boutique and I don't want to mix the two. So if you help me come up with a name, just comment it in the comments there for you guys. Jackie Hill Perry. I think I said they were wrong. Jackie Perry Hill. Jackie Hill Perry. I don't know. But sis, I love her. Absolutely love her. But she took my stuff, Saints and Aints. I used to say that all the time. But then when I saw her doing it and I was trying to get my YouTube off the ground at the time, I was like, "Ugh." But that's okay. Still love you, girl. That's the thing. But yeah, I want it to be gender neutral. Like I said, I do cater to women. However, men are always invited because this content is going to help everybody overcome. Okay. Um, but yes, if you can think of a name that I can call you guys, comment in the comment section and let me know some suggestions that are kind of gender neutral. Okay. But anyway, like I said, I'm excited to take you guys on this journey with me. I'm excited for you because there is going to be people, I decree and declare that through Lux Avenue, the podcast, there are going to be people who are going to be free, who are going to be delivered, who are going to, I'm going to take this from my first lady. Hi. Shout out to her, my first lady, Lady Vivian Jacobs. I absolutely adore her. Okay, she is the prime example of a Proverbs 31 woman. Okay, baby, when God wrote the Proverbs 31 woman, he might as well would have put Lady Vivian Jacobs in the subtitle or something. You know what I mean? But but like I was saying, like through Lux Avenue, the podcast, I believe and I decree and I declare that people will be free, people will be delivered, people will be set, like I said, set free. They will become, and that's why I said I was taking that from my first lady. They will become um, the best that God has created them to be, and that's what I'm here to help us, because still me included as well. I haven't made it all the way, but we're gonna walk this thing together. Okay, together. We're gonna walk this thing together. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. If you haven't already, share this with your Facebook friends, your YouTube people. Um, like I said, we're going to be on every single morning, every single Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless it's a holiday or I'm out of town or anything like that. But you will know in advance. You would definitely know in advance. My voice is trying to go out, and it didn't start doing it until now. But devil, I rebuke you because you know you ain't. Tried the wrong one, okay? I didn't have my dealings with you. But yeah, so like I said, I'm excited to take you guys on this journey with me. If you haven't already, go follow me on Instagram. Um, Follow the boutiques page. All my ladies. Follow my boutiques page. It is at the at symbol shop at Luxe Avenue. That is the boutique page, and then come follow me personally to stay updated. My I just changed my handle. It's Aisha Always at Aisha Always. That's it. And it's crazy because I had a few people come to me, or not come to me personally, like physically, but in my DMs or whatnot, was like, "Why did you change your name or whatever?" About by AJ was your business name and everything. It was, however, um, however, the state of mind or the mindset that I was in when I created by AJ, like just that period of time, I no longer want to revisit or I no longer want to be in. And I've grown spiritually, emotionally, um, I mean, honestly, mentally, those are the three. I've grown since I was in the by AJ stage. So by AJ is no longer. Um, the rebrand is Aisha Always. And they asked me, well, how did you come up with that? Well, I was thinking, like, I want to rebrand. I don't know a name. I don't know anything. I know I want to rebrand. I want to um, have this new brand exemplify a renewed me, right? So I was just thinking, what can this name be? And I was like, oh, I'm always gonna be Aisha, which is like me saying that it's not saying, oh, I'm always gonna be, who I used to be. None of that, no. What I meant by that is I'm always gonna be Aisha, the person God made me to be, not who I tried to create, not who culture tried to create, not who my old friends or whatever tried to create. I'm always gonna be Aisha, who God created me to be. I will remain Aisha, who God created me to be. So, Aisha always. Aisha in always. Aisha always. So, that's that. Let's see, we got a few comments that said Luxies. I like that. I like that, Luxies. Um, Also, let's see, somebody said Lux Generation. I like that. Lux Generation. Okay. I like these. Thank you guys. Um, I'm definitely gonna use. I think I like Lux Generation. That's nice. That is nice. I like that. So yeah, we'll see how that works with you guys. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna be on here too long. Like I said, this first episode is just to welcome my audience. Thank you guys for coming on this journey with me and that we're about to go on together. Just to say hi, to introduce myself. Um, and yeah, just a general hello, grace and peace. um, a few quick shout outs I want to give is to my bishop and, like I said, my first lady, Bishop Brandon A. Jacobs Sr., and First Lady uh, EP, the, okay, one and only, Lady Vivian Jacobs. Without those two and their ministry and their yes to um, to God's assignment, I probably would have been, honey, I can't even explain to you where I would have been, honestly. Like, I don't know. But I thank God for my leaders. And get y'all, if y'all aren't a part of a great church family, we will welcome you at New Zion Temple, because some of these churches and some churches that I came from back in the past, I was just like, Jesus, what was I doing? Like, why was I setting myself up for, I don't want to say failure, but why was I setting myself up like that? Why would you do that to yourself, sis? But I thank God that He led me to New Zion Temple. Um, their leadership is absolutely amazing. Both of them have a heart of gold. So if you need a church home, doors of the church are open. Okay, we welcome you. We start on Sunday at 8:30 a.m. I was gonna say p.m. 8:30 a.m. sharp. Okay, when I say sharp, I mean we really start at 8:27. Y'all just catch us when the live happens at 8:30. But that's that. Um, but yes, I thank God for my leaders. I thank God for my family, my friends that support me. Um, I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm probably gonna get off here in about 5 minutes or so. Um, but yes, I really, really, really appreciate you guys. Like I said, we're gonna be talking about mental health and faith and how they intertwine with each other. Um, like I said, yes, it is absolutely necessary, absolutely important, absolutely, okay, a necessity to have Jesus for yourself. I know, we growing up, sometimes we can be like, oh, I went to church because my mom and them went to church, or my grandma, drugged me to church. That's cool and dandy, but get to know Him for yourself. Trust me. Just trust me, okay? Just trust me. And then alongside that, get a therapist. Get a therapist. Okay. God created therapists. Like, I'm not trying to be super churchy or nothing like that, but seriously, God created therapists for a reason. They are there to help you sort out your emotions, sort out your your issues, give you tips and stuff on how to handle those things. Because, and okay, let's have a quick testimony service and then we're gonna close out. Okay. So for years, when I say years, I do mean years. Okay. I I've struggled with, apparently, because I didn't know until I went to therapy. But for years, I struggled with anger. Where it came from, I have no idea, or had no idea. Um, that I struggled with it, had no idea. Um, what the triggers were, I couldn't tell you. It's just that I had anger issues. And along with that, I also dealt with like being really irritable very easily. And it was just, girl. So it wasn't until this year that I really started going through things, and um, my anger, whew, it surprised me, honestly. I don't think I've ever been as angry as I've been this year alone. And I was just like, Lord, what is happening? Like, what is happening? I was so low to where it was affecting my physical health. My physical health. And I was like, okay, what we not gonna do is kill me off before I'm no, because I believe I'm gonna see my grandchildren, okay, and we not finna die early before God has made us up, okay. I'm not gonna commit, and I don't want to say the actual word because I don't want Facebook or YouTube to shut me down, but y'all know what I mean. I'm not gonna do that, and I don't mean physically, but by letting this stuff control me so that it is literally unaliving, because you know they sensitive, unaliving me on the inside. Like literally, I was having physical health problems because of these mental things that I was going through. So what I encourage you guys to do is to first of all seek seek God through prayer. Ask Him to show you what is hindering you from being set free. What is hindering you from living the abundant life that He came to give? Because He said He came to give us life and life more abundantly. Okay, well if I'm having days, weeks, months, whatever, to where I'm not feeling that abundance, something is off. Okay? Because that's a promise from God. He promised me that. So something ain't adding up. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna see what's wrong because I want what God promised. That's just that. So back to my testimony. Like I said, this year it has been the lowest I've ever been. And it took me going through those things to realize, okay, Aisha, you need some help. You've been trying to do this on your own for way too long. And clearly, you ain't getting it right, sis, because we back here. It's even worse. It's now affecting your health physically. It's affecting the people around you. Something is wrong. Okay, go get some help. Go seek help. You can't do this by yourself. So the first thing I did was, and I know, you know how people say God won't force you to do stuff. Um, yeah, I kind of disagree with that because I feel like God loved me enough that He, in a way, forced me to seek Him and not other people. He took people out of my life that I thought I could call on 24/7. I mean, me, just that. He took people out of my life, and I went through a period of isolation to where everything was hitting me at one time. It seemed like if it wasn't at one time, it was back to back to back. And I was just like, okay, well, my mercy, what is happening? But I feel like that was God's way of saying, hey, I'm allowing, because I don't think He caused them, but He allowed them to happen because He wanted me to have a closer relationship with Him, not only for my sake, but like I said earlier, and I will continue to say this, for me to have a testimony to be able to help other people who are struggling. So what I'm not going to do is get toe up on this podcast, okay? Hmm. But yeah, so he forced it in a way. He kind of forced me to him. And if y'all hear background noise, I apologize. I'm in a shared space, so and he forced me to him through the situations that I was going through, and um, yeah, I had literally no other choice but to turn to him. And that, to me, like I said, was his way of like, hey, I'm taking these people out your life. I'm taking this out your life. I'm denying your access to this. I'm doing all of that. So I'm your only choice. What you gonna do with it? Baby, who ran to him was me. Because I'm like, Lord, I don't know what else to do. And that's exactly where he wanted me. Not knowing what else to do but to come to him. So that's that. And then through that whole process, um, he encouraged me. Well, not I won't say he encouraged me, but I had the mindset to, okay, let's finally go to therapy, okay? And baby, my therapist, woo, made me see some things that I did not want to see but needed to. Um, Made me realize some things that I probably never really would have realized until going through this process. It's just, ooh, my mercy. It's, ooh, it's been a lot, y'all, but I'm grateful for it. I am grateful for the process because without it, I would still be in that uh, culture. I would still be over there with them and not over here in kingdom. Okay, my bishop, he's been preaching on being or teaching rather, in our Bible class, being a kingdom citizen and what all that means. And since this process, and since I've given God my real yes, like yeah, I've always been a church girl, been in church literally all my life. Okay, but throughout, like I said, this year has been two things: the most traumatizing, yet the most blessed year that I've ever had. And I say that because it was the most traumatizing because like I said, I just went through so much this year. However, because of that, it caused me to rededicate my life to Christ for real, say yes to God for real, really take my relationship with Him seriously. And baby, that's my G, capital G. Okay. But anywho, let me get off of here. So yeah, this is what Luxe Avenue is going to be about. And also, if I am welcome to guests that want to come and be a part of my podcast. Like I said, we're going to be talking about mental health and faith, um, especially for us young adults. I know the young adults in church is like what 18 to 40 or 35. I don't know. But I really, really have a passion for young adults. I'll say 18 to 45 because 45 is still young nowadays. But yeah, I really have a passion for us because one, we are that current generation that is to help bring up the next generation, our children. Because baby, right now, the way this culture is going, we are lost, and I am here by God through this podcast to help you be found. Okay, help us be found. So if you would like to be a guest on the podcast, you can email me at the email below. It is Luxe Avenue the podcast at gmail.com. If you know anybody, just like I don't know, if you know anybody who would be fluent or who can fluently talk about mental health and faith, please send them on over so that we can get that set up so where they can be a guest on the podcast. Let's dive into the podcast. So that's that. Um, and again, I thank you all for tuning in. I thank you all for encouraging me. I thank you all for supporting me. I thank you all for um, just rolling with me, honestly. Because, oh, yeah. Y'all, some of y'all know, like this year has been a monkey, okay? A whole food. However, I'm coming out on top. I'm going to be living my looks life, okay? Which again is living my life to the best of my God given ability. That's all Lux Avenue is. Okay. Oh, that's what we're gonna make it. Okay. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to Lux Avenue the podcast. I will see you guys next week. Grace and peace.